Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Miami as the Heat go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, one thing they've talked about, sustaining focus on the defensive end, allowing no easy shots, trying to be disruptive, maybe causing some turnovers that can lead to easy buckets in transition. And in today's game, size and reach are at a premium. Shaq, Hassan Whiteside, while standing on the floor, can grab the rim with both hands.
Wow. Whiteside led the league in block shots in 2016. Ernie, he averaged more blocks in the league than we had seen in 15 years.
What? 15 years?
Wow.
Wow, that's impressive. But physically, he has all the tools, Ernie. And that, being able to stand and touch the rim without jumping, for him, it's all about mental now. He has the physical tools.
Look at me, though. I'm sitting in a chair and got the rim with both hands.
No,
What's the big deal?
Okay.
What's the big deal?
Because that
What
rim
is the big deal?
The rim is 3
You know what
feet
I'm gonna do
tall.
one
What
day,
is the
Ernie?
big deal? What are you going to do one day?
I'm going to call Joel and tell him to put Elevator Ernie inside this game so people can see your hops.
That would be good.
It really would be
That
good.
would be good. Can I put my arms down now?
Yes.
Is the rim still there?
Yes.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We're in Miami for some Heat basketball. This hometown crowd ready to go. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Guys, Joel Embiid is listed at 7 feet, but at player introductions, they say 7'2" center, Joel Embiid. Now, Brett Brown says when you stand next to him, you understand the difference between 7 feet and 7'2". He's a big man, Kevin.
He is tremendous size and skill to match, DA. Thanks. Well, Chris, tonight we see two teams with a lot of upside and still realizing what they can do, where their season can go.
Oh, it's a look into the future of the league, Kevin, and you gotta love it. It's always exciting to watch the young players develop.
Here we go.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. And here's Dragic. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Jimmy Butler is out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. We've got 1:28 left in the first. Winslow's shot is off.
And think about, Kevin, this talented 76ers team. Coach Brown helped shape and form the core of this roster. I mean, he's come up with the group much as they have grown under him.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Pass to Adebayo. Kicks to Winslow. To the inside. And Olynyk at the basket on the assist by Winslow.
Gifted scorer around the rim. Olynyk can finish over either shoulder, and he's got great touch.
Dragic against Simmons. .43 seconds left to play in the first. The pass to Embiid. Clock is at 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And what a baller this guy is, the big fella, Embiid. I mean, he welcomes getting physical and overwhelms the defense with his size and muscle. That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
Here's Simmons. He kicks it to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got his second bucket of the night.
You got to keep your eye on Embiid, especially from these in-between areas. I mean, he's effective at scoring from there.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers ahead, up 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing always got him through.
Basketball. That's that. It always took my mind off everything. It always made me smile. I had no cares in the world when I was shooting.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. Dragic and Wade, the two playmakers in the guard spots. And it's Waiters in at the 3 spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And Dion Waiters, midway through last season, finally had season-ending surgery on his left ankle. He had been trying to manage that injury since the season prior.
Yeah, and ended up losing out on a bonus of over $1 million, which was contingent on him playing 70 games. His play had fallen off, though, so quite possible he needed that surgery even before he suffered the setback.
And this is a shot Simmons has to make on a consistent basis. I mean, it's encouraging to see him knock it down.
Dragic finds Whiteside. Count that one.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Simmons against Dragic. Simmons left side. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The shot by Wade, no good. The 76ers leading by 3. Simmons passes to Monroe. Outside, Redick. Pass to Simmons. And he banks in the layup. Simmons got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
I think we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. Checking out the 76ers. Kenny?
Well, their shooting accuracy was on point. There was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the team.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
Well, on offense, I like to see them play inside out more. Attack the basket, generate easy points. And then once the defense collapses, kick it out to the perimeter for open looks. Trust me, I know. Rick Fox, Big Shot Bob, that's all we did.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
And when everyone's keying on you, you have a choice. Become passive or just work that much harder. He consistently chooses the latter.
Well, that's the mentality of a true competitor. Some guys shrink in the face of a challenge. For him, it's what he plays for.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. Harris is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Embiid in at the center position. Now here's Embiid. Fires from 14. No good from Simmons. The Heat trail by 5.
Oh, a fantastic season a year ago for the 76ers. Think about it, 52 wins for them, and they secured the 3rd seed in the East. A far cry from where they were just a few seasons ago.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened. Just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Here's Winslow. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Winslow.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
And Simmons kicks to Butler. Over Olynyk. And it's Butler missing. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Passes to Adebayo. He dishes it to Richardson. Knocked loose. Olynyk in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. For the tie. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And Redick kicks to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
When we get a look at what Harris is capable of, when he gets aggressive and attacks the rim, incredible.
Here's Dragic from outside. The third quarter comes to a close. Philadelphia ahead, up 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And it's Wade with the ball for the Miami Heat, trailing by 4. D-Wade out there with Richardson. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Adebayo in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
The D better be more careful. Wade is terrific at getting the D to whack him close to the basket.
Two shots.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
I mean, I don't think most fans can understand the experience and leadership that Wade gives to his team and how huge it is. He's a fantastic player who commands respect.
And both free throws good for Wade.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
Shot from the wing. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Yeah, and at this stage, that's just what you need to do. You got to get those high percentage looks.
Here's Simmons, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That's just the sheer strength of Simmons. You want to try to tie him down? He's going to fight hard for every bucket.
.127 left in the fourth quarter. Wade outside. Over Butler. No good from Wade.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Harris outside. Ennis kicks to Butler. Now here's Ennis. He's guarded by Waiters. Back to Butler. From deep. Waiters grabs the miss.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, way beyond the arc on that play. It's the kind of shot he can make, but not necessarily the one you want.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Waiters. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. And Philadelphia also making a switch. J.J. Redick's checked in for Ennis.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
That's the awareness of Wade. He knows how to take over on huge possessions.
And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Okay, those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 6. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at. Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the Heat call time here. They're down by 7. 27 seconds left in the fourth. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. So Philadelphia wins it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jimmy, you have not been shy about setting the bar high for this team defensively. Now, how do you think you did at that end tonight?
We did our thing tonight. We came out, put bodies on guys. Basketball is a game of runs, and they got some great scores, but in the end, we did what we were supposed to do.
You got the last run, and that's what matters. Thanks, Jimmy. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.